Okay, I speak at 1. I'm good still.
Yeah, we're
I
good.
speak at 1. Oh, here he is.
Oh my God!
Dee Palmer just showed up.
Just come around this way. Oh boy.
Folks, we have a very special guest, coming into the room.
He travels
He's going
all
to be on
around
my
the
immediate
globe.
right.
Boom.
Hello.
Hello there, man.
Can I
Nice
sit
to
on a
see
pillow? Would that be all right if I could sit on a pillow? I'll just hover.
Just squat a little bit.
I don't feel like a little small. That's all right.
It's okay.
How many of these have you had?
On the big screen.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
So, tell us what it's like in straight chiropractic here.
Well, somebody told me that I made them taller under chiropractic care, and so I started adjusting myself, and it's not really.
Doesn't work that way?
It doesn't work that way. We're like little bookends next to this guy.
So, who do we have here on the right
welcome
side?
to
Who's this guy?
IFCO-TV,
Yes.
the CNN of chiropractic TV.
Yeah, actually, we should start officially here. Folks, if you're just joining us, welcome to another edition of IFCO Television. My name is Dr. Schubel. I currently serve as the Vice Chairman of the Board of Trustees of Sherman College of Chiropractic, and we're broadcasting live from Sherman Lyceum here in the center of the chiropractic universe in the beautiful foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains in Spartanburg, South Carolina. To my immediate left is none other than Dr. Daniel Knowles, world-famous Mile High Chiropractic Seminar founder, also part of the Board of Trustees of Sherman College Chiropractic, and the brainchild or the creator of Sherman Connect, which you can listen to every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Sherman time. That's New York time for the rest of you folks. And that's to my immediate left. To my immediate right, we have none other than Dr. Michael Viscarelli.
Thank you for saying it right.
Well, you know,
yeah, I appreciate that.
I'm a professional. I have to tell you.
I can tell, I'm quite a professional.
And one of the most exciting things, I mean, I was about ready to just jump up and start screaming at Mile High when I heard you speak. Oh. You reminded me of a younger, more attractive version of myself.
A little less facial hair.
Number one.
Yeah, you had a cute beard for a little while.
I did. Yes. When I first graduated, I tried to look like BJ because I was so young looking.
Yes, sure.
And I ended up looking like a white Malcolm X, so it didn't really work as I had planned.
Still started a movement, though.
Yeah, I was starting a movement, right. It was by any means necessary. We were bringing chiropractic to the world.
Sacrifice.
But I got to tell you, this man said something profound for his years, and that was one of the reasons for his success. Can you get this? Is I actually practice chiropractic in my community. There are so many doctors of chiropractic that are doing so many different things. Yeah. There's no wonder why the community is confused as to what we do. And when you find somebody that can actually do the science, philosophy, art, and the business part of chiropractic successfully,
sure,
it's no wonder why people move in masses to that kind of an office, because that's unique, isn't it?
It is. And it was, I want to say, easy to set ourselves apart in our community based upon the fact that we want to corner our market by using pure chiropractic. And that set us apart. You know, we're very black and white, and I think we need to be very black and white if we want to have a clear and understood message. And I always live by a principle that we always say that a confused consumer does not buy.
That's right.
And we create the confusion, we create the clarity, and we're devoted to creating clarity in the minds of our practice members in our community. And I'll tell you this, you know, they can go anywhere and get anything else, but it takes them coming into our office to get pure chiropractic. Yeah. And so we don't I guess waste a minute. You'll never find a landscape photo or an oil painting on our walls unless it's of a spine.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
We're going to use every square inch of our practice to infuse chiropractic into their lives. I saw it as a blank canvas, and we're going to utilize it to uplift chiropractic and make sure that no matter what they thought of chiropractic before they came in, we were going to control what they thought about chiropractic when they left.
Excellent. And tell the audience here, because, and not to brag, right, but tell the audience here.
About you?
No. About me is fine. We can brag all that. They're used to this. You know?
That's just what I love about it. Wait, can I go back to Mile High for 1 second? Can I go Mile High for 1 second?
Please do if it's about me.
Wait a second. It was Mile High when Liam Schubel quoted Liam Schubel during his talk as the keynote. That was quite a spectacle.
Well, I must tell you, I got that from Dr. Fred Barge.
I know you did. You said you hit such a level of Fred Barge, you could start quoting yourself as Fred Barge did, and then you said as Liam Schubel once said, circa like 2011.
Yes, it was a great moment for everybody involved. I mean, it definitely made an impact. Yes.
I was speaking about it last week. I was telling somebody, I said, I need to get to a level where I can start quoting myself like Fred Barge and Liam Schubel.
Well,
when does that happen?
It's
not
probably
a sure thing, is it?
A couple of weeks. I'll start sending you a few lines so you can start practicing. But I got to tell you, in reality, this man has accomplished so much in so little time. So again, I want the viewers to understand this so that they know, why they should be listening to you in the first place. Tell us a little bit about some of your success path.
I appreciate that. So we, my wife and I moved. I'm from Maine. My wife was from Georgia. I met her when I was in school, and we mentored Jeremy and Amanda Hess while I was in school. Pure chiropractors, fraternity brothers, doing really wonderful things to give back to the profession on a regular basis. And he just infused that in our lives. We mimicked what they did. We didn't change anything until we knew that we had some control variables. What I mean by that, and I try to talk to young students about this, like, man, pick one thing, own it, go out to deliver before you start to put your twist on too much of it. Because if you have a collaboration of all kinds of successful practitioners and what they're doing, and your version of all of these offices doesn't work, you don't know what variable it is to change. It's the same principle in chiropractic. It says, like, if you're going to give them ice, you tell them to do stretches and supplements and take your wallet out of your pocket, wear a fanny pack, do all these things, and they're not getting well, or they're getting worse, you don't know what variable it is. But then you flip it and say you adjust them on Monday, and you tell them, hey, make sure tonight you ice, you drink 8 glasses of water, take your wallet out of your pocket, do these stretches in the morning. They don't see you on Tuesday, and they feel a little bit better. But then they do the stretches and take the wallet out of the pocket, do all that stuff, and they come back on Wednesday, and they're all better. They're going to say that it was the stretches and it was the wall. They're never going to give credit to chiropractic. So we came out with controlled variables. I went out to Golden, Colorado, so just, I guess, south of you, about 30 minutes, maybe a little more. And, we did a 90-day marketing plan. And we just infiltrated our community. 174 new practice members in our first 5 days.
Excuse me.
Wow.
So you are not from Colorado, Maine and Georgia.
Yes.
You go out to an area where you're an unknown.
Yes.
Don't know anybody.
Yeah.
And in 90 days, you totally fill this office.
And so for us, chiropractic works wherever you put it, right? I mean, it'll work wherever you put it. It's the person that needs to work it. You know what I mean? And make those connections and be dynamic and don't be a creeper. You know what I mean? There's there's a lot of creeps in chiropractic.
Yeah.
I mean, there really are, that you're kind of like, gosh, I wouldn't go to that guy. And I love chiropractic.
Yeah.
And so not being a creeper, you know what I mean? We always say you got to uncreep yourself. So, we 174 new practice members were scheduled. 120 showed up. 178 total visits. I think we did like $22,000 cash collections our first 5 days. And it took off from there. We had 303 weeks, 500 in just under 3 months. And then we had our first $100,000 cash month in 7 months into practice. Non-insurance, no insurance. We weren't going to be dictated by the insurance companies, though.
People say it's not possible.
Exactly. People that don't know how to do it. It is not possible.
It is. People think, everyone wants to have a pediatric practice, a cash practice, a family practice, a referral-based practice. All those are the hardest things that you'll ever desire. So you better prepare that much in order to get it, because oftentimes when you come to all these practices, it looks easy. Yeah. But it takes a lot of training, a lot of discipline, a lot of work to make it look that easy. So we had our first $100,000 month cash month was 7 months in. We broke 1,000 visits, 9 months in, 1,300 in our first year. Wow. And we had a 7-figure practice about 6 months into practice.
Nice.
About 9 months into practice. And so we were grateful for that. And we're just over 35% pediatric. So we would love to get that number up. I mean, we believe that sick kids become sick adults.
Sure.
And we have to find dynamic ways to bridge the gap for the mom. Moms aren't just running from the hospital and saying, hey, check this baby. I've never been to a chiropractor.
Right.
Do it.
Right.
No, in fact, their baby's bruised. It's probably bleeding from vaccinations and shots, and the thing's non-responsive, and they're worried that we're going to hurt the child. So we need to bridge. That gap and create that relationship based upon trust. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Got it. And so then you joined forces with Jeremy and Amanda Hess, your mentors, right?
Yes.
And formed this AMP program.
Well, so what happened was so many people were coming out to the office like, what are you doing? Veterans, young doc students, what are you doing? What are you doing? We're seeing all this stuff. We had our first dinner with the doc 2 weeks in. We had 89 people there. And, I mean, most docs would dream of maybe in three dinners having that many people at it. And we had 100% sign up. The first person that came in committed care, paid in full, and paid for the entire dinner. Everything else was gravy, right?
Absolutely.
We're going to help more people. Financially, it made sense. Momentum, it made sense. And one thing I'm very, very proud of is that we're not a membership practice, which that's fine if people do that. But we charge per visit, so to speak, right? Each visit has a monetary value. We charge $30 and up. And but we are we have 82% of our practice members pay in full for their care.
Got it.
And we're not in some honeypot rich area. I mean, Boulder's wealthier than we are, and Golden, we're poor people compared to Boulder. But 82% of people haven't even seen the adjustment yet, have never been touched by us on the table, and they pay in full at the reported findings for their care for their entire recommendation for their entire family.
Right.
And I think that that's something special because it's not unlimited care. They still get X amount of visits under whatever if they're paying 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 6,000. It's all based upon how many visits they're getting at that rate. But I think that there's a level of value there. There's a level of commitment. There's a level that says, you know what I love is that we've gone from our corrective care phase to our first year of maintenance, and the conclusion of first year of maintenance now, because my practice is only just over 2.5 years old, we're just getting into people's third year of maintenance, or second year of maintenance, third year of care, and we're doing a 36-month, 72 visit because I'd love to get checked. Everyone get checked every single week. But it seemed a very good fit for our community that everyone was okay with getting checked every other week.
Got it.
For the rest of their lives. So we're doing a 3-year, 72 visit care plan, and people are paying in full for it, thousands of dollars for the next 3 years of their life.
Beautiful.
I think it's awesome.
That is beautiful.
At least we're getting. I don't even know what my life looks like in 3 years, but people are paying for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't know if I'll be here. I may be like, Costa Rica somewhere, adjusting people. But it's been great. So everyone kept coming and coming and coming, and there was definitely a need, and we had a huge following of the young doctors and the young students, and so we formed AMPed, which stands for Advanced Mentorship Program for Entrepreneurial Development.
Nice.
We believe in walking a total spirit of excellence, tapping into the young at heart, the young students, and the young doctors, creating a shift, the old principle, new ways.
Yes.
The old principle, new ways, and being creative, innovative, tapping into that. So it's an elite mastermind. It comes down to the fact that we're all sharing ideas, all video based. We do Google Hangouts. We have hundreds of people on there. There's hundreds of people in the program, and it's booming. But I think this, that's all good and great. But in my opinion, and that's why I love Sherman and I love these schools that are pushing chiropractic forward, is because it's like sick kids become sick adults. We need healthy students becoming healthy chiropractors.
Yes.
What's a program worth if chiropractors can't afford it? There's no middle class in chiropractic.
Right.
There's the haves and the have-nots. There's the poor and there's the wealthy. And chiropractic needs more research. Chiropractic needs more awareness of pediatrics and infants under care. Chiropractic needs more schools. Chiropractic needs more political funding. So what are we going to do? How are we going to do that with a bunch of poor chiropractors? We need to create healthy practices right out of the gate.
Right, and AMPed practices what they preach because they're big supporters on the corporate level of Sherman College of Chiropractic
And the IFCO.
and the IFCO as well.
It's a big part.
Tell us a little bit about, because we're on IFCO television, tell us a little bit about the importance of the political movement of chiropractic.
So, for me as a young practitioner, I have a heart for advancing the profession. We do not want to support anything that does not support the profession. And so that's very, very important. It should be very, very important to you. And I suspect it is as if you're watching this.
Right.
So we have made power partnerships with anyone that supports chiropractic. I mean, just the other day I had a conversation with a guy who's like, really, we'd like to make this power partnership with our program and this with you guys and everything. And I said, man, I've never seen any of your people, any of your tribe at any state meetings. I don't see any of you guys as members of the IFCO. I don't see you guys members of your state organizations. And if you can't go to Washington and pound on doors, then pay your dues so they can fund somebody else to do so. Because maybe they're in a season of life that they can. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And so that's why it's important we're part of IFCO.
It makes a lot of sense. And I tell you, that is a new movement that we're seeing.
Right.
In the past, anybody that was involved with mentorship, helping people grow and stuff, they did very well financially.
That's right.
But you're right.
Where's
You
the
never
return
see
for the
them.
profession?
I think of all the practice management guys that made tons of money
that
and
will
helping
not be,
people.
That will not be AMPed.
But
and then they don't donate to a school.
They're never there.
Or they did it for a very short amount of time so that maybe
to get
supported them.
something.
That's right. That will not be AMPed, and we're devoted to that. And I've said that in front of, we're only 18 months old. And we have hundreds and hundreds of people in the program. But we did our 4th conference recently in Atlanta, and there's 550 people now. We didn't send out mailers. We just did social media, and the momentum is unparalleled right now. But here's the deal. We say from that, that if it doesn't represent chiropractic, we don't want anything to do with it. We're going to support the institutions that stand for chiropractic. We're going to support the organizations that stand for chiropractic. We're going to support research that advances chiropractic. And that's what we're about. So we're working with programs that we can even implement clinical research programs. So in your office, no longer a testimonial, we can create a case study, something that's quantifiable, and it's easy for that high volume practice that you're not sitting there like trying to write case studies all day.
Right.
You can collect that data can go into a system, it can pump it out on the other end. You're partnering with somebody that can put this into the format that's necessary in order for it to become a legitimate study.
And I want to say something about Michael here. So, what has to
Please
happen
do, Danny.
today.
Please do. Say something about Liam too while you're at it.
Yeah,
Let's
please.
do
It's
this.
been a while.
I feel a little neglected over here.
What are we doing over here?
Well, we're all going to stand.
That's right.
So here's what has to happen. You need to be involved on the educational level, the national political level, and on the state political level.
Yep.
And when I called Michael, I said, Michael, I need you to be a member of the Colorado Association, and I said, I need you to get other people to be members.
Yep.
He didn't hesitate. He just said, done.
Done.
Right? Done.
Yep.
And we need more of that.
Yeah.
And can you say something about your experience of that meeting?
Oh, it's unbelievable, and it didn't really feel good the whole time.
I wonder why.
Yeah, and I'll tell you
just
this.
so people know, we're talking about at the Colorado Association meeting.
The state level, which is so if anyone
showed
knows,
up,
it's
right.
Oh yeah, it's and it's hard because last year I traveled like 32 or 33 weekends of the year, on our launch tour. We have launch tour. I'm a co-founder of our launch tour, which go to all the campuses, bringing young, relevant doctors to those campuses to uplift the students' morale and say, this is doable. We were just in these seats, 6 months ago, 2 years ago, and it's relevant. And look at us. Look at what's going on. You know what I mean? And so launch tour, I was like on the road. So when you called, I was like, can I be in town? And it worked. It worked. I was in town. I was so thankful. And so we registered. We went, and I know that right now in my infancy of my career, a lot of people probably don't like me because I'm a loudmouth. I'm ready to rock and roll in chiropractic.
I don't know what
and
that's
I tell the truth. we tell the truth,
Right.
and whether that truth offends, at least you're offended with truth, and we're not going to lie to you. But here's the deal. I don't care if you don't like me. I'm going to be around for another 30 or 40 years. You're either going to have to get with me, get behind me, or get over me. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's the way it's got to be for all of us. Because Sid Williams and Sig and Gold, those guys were ass kickers.
Yeah.
They were butt kickers.
Right.
They were radicals. You know what I mean? And so is Edwin Cordero doing what he's doing. And so are you guys. And so when we went to that meeting, it was like you could feel the tension. It was one side versus the other. And if you know anything about the Colorado State Association, it's a blended group. So both philosophies are in that room in one group, and that is a broken system.
Yeah.
I do not believe that you can ever unite this profession. I don't believe it.
Thank you very much.
That's it? Okay, I'll see you guys. You can't unite this profession. We're going to have to weed out the crap and take it back and own it and then deliver it clearly to our communities and to our students. So it was literally a mutiny. I mean, if you've seen the Black Pearl on the Pirates of the Caribbean, it was a mutiny. And I mean, it was like that. And people were offended and people were hot.
I thought a cage match was going to
Oh, yeah, and I was ready for it. I was like, this would be awesome.
There were people
I would love to be in a fight right now.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I think chiropractors
I'd like to watch it.
I think chiropractors have to intensify the fight. I think chiropractors have to get ready to fight.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing. Everyone says, stop the infighting. No, actually, I think it's going to have to intensify to really divide the crap and really say, listen, our heels are dug in. This is the line in the sand. You guys have tried to cross it last time, and that's it.
Right.
And so Danny had this great idea, I'm sure with some other people around him, and he rallied the troops, brought us all in and said, listen, we're going to vote in all of the right people and get all the wrong people out. And that president saw it coming. There was more people because they're the only ones that ever show up.
Right.
And that guy was so filthy. I mean, I just felt dirty being in the same room with him. I'm just being completely transparent. Yeah. And if I could have punched that guy's Adam's apple out his C2 spinous process, I would have done it. I mean, that's how.
That's a quote. Write that down.
Michael Viscarelli.
That's how it was. I mean, it was just so gross. And chiropractic was victorious, and thank you, Danny, for including me in that. And it takes that. Sometimes, you can put your head down in the office, you're grinding out, you're forging this thing, but I don't want to die in the four walls of my practice. I want chiropractic left in a better place when we are.
And here's why I brought this up. Someone who's on the road 33 weekends.
A little busy.
showed up.
Yes.
If he has
I had
the
a brand new
time,
baby too.
I brought
There you go.
baby.
Yeah.
And if he has the time,
Anyone
guess
does,
what?
yeah, sure.
You guys
Yeah.
can too. And we
It's gotta
need
be a
that to
priority.
happen in
It's gotta be a
more
priority.
states.
Yeah, it's got to
You
be.
know, there's people.
Well, that's how you're going to do it. That's how you create critical mass.
Right.
We're always like, let's go to national. Let's start on the state level.
Right.
And get enough states on board. We have a majority of the states on board. Then you're creating critical mass.
Like
Exactly.
dominoes.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
exactly
That's it.
right. So you create
Right.
that critical mass. That's
That's
how you
it.
cause a shift. Everyone, you know, I was just talking at a function a couple days ago, and they're, you know, it's like they want to talk about how we're going to impact healthcare. And it's like, that's a great, noble thought. But how about we impact ourselves first?
Right.
Why don't we start from the inside out? Change chiropractic from the inside out, if that's what we believe.
I've kind of heard that
You think?
somewhere.
And so I think they call it the
Above?
big idea. Yeah, that's right. And so we change chiropractic from the inside out.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what would be great? You know, I know you're doing huge things overseas, but it's like these local guys, if we would start making some money, we can start buying those crappy practices around us.
Right.
We can re-educate the practice members, close the doors of that facility, blend them into a brand new state-of-the-art facility,
Yep.
and create critical mass in your town, create critical mass in your county, create critical mass in your state. And before you know it, you're going to start taking over and training the people and get rid of the junk. That's a great exit strategy for a lot of these people that need an excuse and a way out.
Slip on the sidewalk.
What a breath of fresh air. I got to tell you, Danny, as chiropractic is to spinal neural integrity,
Yes.
amped is to integrity and mentorship.
I appreciate that.
Outstanding.
I appreciate
Okay?
that.
Yes.
What a
And-
pleasure.
And I think one of the things that I love most about what's happened with Amped is that it's not about one person.
Right.
It's going to always be about tech. It's always going to be about chiropractic. It's not about one
Right.
person, what they did in the 80s and the Mercedes 80s
Right.
and what they accomplished. It's about all of us cumulatively coming together, sharing innovative and creative ideas, always wrapped around the principle of chiropractic. I had a pastor that said he was speaking to, it was called the Catalyst Conference. They called this guy the godfather of chiropractic.
Sure.
He was speaking to all young pastors in training. And he said something that I heard. Have you ever heard Dr. Koch say, young fledgling chiropractors? He said fledgling pastors. And I was like, interesting. Yeah, I was like, interesting. I was like, oh, you got my attention. You know, he said, in order to really make an impact through what your ministry is, you're going to have to leave the familiar ways without ever changing the biblical message. You have to change your familiar methods without ever changing the biblical message.
Nice.
The gospels never change.
Right.
They're static. They're gospel.
Right.
Right? It's the same thing with principle chiropractic.
Nice.
We can't change the principle. The principle doesn't need any changing.
Right.
It doesn't need any fluff. It's best served naked.
Yeah.
It's best served naked. And with that being said, but we can change the familiar methods in which we relate to people.
Right.
Beautiful.
That we connect those thoughts and we connect with our community and we lead and guide them so that no matter what they thought we were,
Right.
it's all about what they think we are once they leave.
Dr. Viscarelli. So tell us how we could connect with the AMP program.
I appreciate that. I didn't know I was going to get on here for you guys to do this for us. I'm grateful for that. You know, ampednow.com is the website. Ampednow, A-M-P-E-D, now.com. You know, one of the great things about Amped is that we don't want you if you don't want to be in. So, I mean, you can do it for 30 days and then get out if you want. You know what I mean? It's like a practice member that you go in the room, you see their shoes, you're like, oh, crap. You know what I mean? Like, not this guy again. And when they finally leave and you, like, refer them to another practice, like a bowel movement, you're like, thank God that's over
Right.
with.
And everything goes on.
So, you know, with us, you know, we want people that want to be on board, you know what I mean? And we're not for everybody, and that's perfectly fine. But at the end of the day, we are for chiropractic.
Right on.
And so people can connect through that. And we're also, we're on Facebook all the time, and we have clubs. We're going down to Palmer, Florida
Nice.
to do a launch tour. And we're
Great.
setting up a club there.
Excellent.
And we've been to NYCC, LAC. I mean, the students at places like Sherman, even like Palmer and Life and Palmer, Florida, Life West, they don't know how well they have it. Because you go to NYCC, you go to LACC, and it is a rude awakening. They
Yeah.
won't even let us come into the building.
That's
We
right.
have to do it at a hotel across the street. So we're going to Northwestern, we're at Logan, we're at Life West, we're at Parker, we're at all these schools. We have phenomenal clubs, and we're changing the minds and restoring the hope of students, letting them know that the future is extremely bright, but you can define that future however you want. And we just had an office open in Iowa. I mean, in Iowa, of all places, a very unsuspecting kid broke 250 visits in his second week. Never would have thought it.
Wow.
Never thought. Collected like $20-something thousand in cash
Yeah.
his first 2 weeks. And it's like, it's almost like, if he can do it, anyone can do it. It's just a matter of having proper direction.
It's not too far from paying off your student loans either.
No, I mean, and let's not be silly. Sometimes chiropractors think that we're the only ones that are dysfunctional. This is going on in law. This is going on in dentistry. It goes into everything. They learn the art, but they never learn the procedures.
Absolutely.
And coupling those together with passion, direction, and proper business sense is really a perfect storm.
That makes
and
sense.
then you get great leadership.
Yeah.
So, I mean, thank you for being a
I'm glad to be
supporter
on
of
here.
Sherman College, being a supporter of IFCO.
It's our pleasure.
Being part of Mile High.
Yeah, we love it, man. We love it, and we're grateful to be a part of it. I mean, I never would have thought my presence in chiropractic would promote so quickly, and I'm small beans to so many people, but I'm grateful to be serving this profession, and I know that we will leave it in a better place than we found it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Love it, folks. You have just witnessed a spectacular interview with Dr. Michael Viscarelli of the AMP program. Get online, find out more information about them, www.ampednow.com. My co-host has been Dr. Danny Knowles, founder of Mile High and board member of the Sherman College Board of Trustees, also the inventor of Sherman Connect, which is heard every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Sherman time. That's New York time for the rest of you. And my name has been Dr. Liam Schubel. I currently serve as the Vice Chairman of the Board of Trustees at Sherman College of Chiropractic. We're very thankful to our guest. We're very thankful to our board operator, Dr. Frankie Hahn, the screening ninja. And we're thankful to the IFCO, who, under the leadership of Dr. Jack Borla, our president, has really proliferated the impact that IFCO is making on the world. If you're joining us and you're thinking about being a part of the IFCO, now would be a good time to get online, www.IFCOChiro.org. We very much appreciate you watching. Please share this on social media, and let's get together. Let's get this message out to the world, because there's 7 billion people on the planet, and Lord knows they need some liberating. They need to be expressing their optimal innate potential, and chiropractic is the science, philosophy, and art that can deliver that to them. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next time on the next IFCO television.
Thank you.
So we're doing this now?
I can do that with you
Let's
too.
do that too. All right.